Does anyone else sniff books when they go to the bookstore? Like somehow it determines the fate of if you're gonna read it or not? Like you're just taking in the essence of the words, wondering if it's actually gonna be a good read. Ah, lovely. Okay, maybe that's not my reasoning, but I do it. Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am a new YA fiction author. So new that you've probably never heard of me or seen me and don't really care to see me again. But if you do, my pen name is KM Parr and my first book is coming out next month. Ah! The feeling is incredible. Oh my gosh. I am going to be receiving the proof of my book this week, so I'm so excited for that. But I'll also be submitting final edits come this week and next week, and then finally my book will be completely done in November. Right now I'm just trying to figure out the whole marketing thing. I really enjoy it just because I'm a communications major and I really like PR, and I actually do some PR in real life. I also work as an associate news producer at my local NBC affiliate, so I do have a little bit of experience in the whole media / PR field, but from the other end, it's a little bit interesting. I honestly haven't vlogged on YouTube since last year. I used to be like really good at making vlogs, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a camera! Ah! Anyway, today's book of the day is Pixis, The Discovery by Casey Neal. And I've kind of talked to Casey a little bit in the past few months. She's been kind of giving me tips on marketing. Just because, like I said, marketing can be a little bit tedious for people who haven't really marketed a book before. She's a really, really cool person. She's an amazing author. Go follow her on the link, which is in the description below. And Pixis, The Discovery is the book of the day because it is the December selection for my new book club, KM Parr's Indie Book Club, which you can join by going to Goodreads, and the link for that is also below. So let me tell you about a book I just read. I just read Morlock Night by K.W. Jeter. I really, really like this book because it's just awesome. And I've been really obsessed with steampunk lately. Mostly because that's kind of my writing of choice genre. So my novel is steampunk, but I wanted, after I finished my novel, to actually read through other works that were considered steampunk, because I didn't really want to copy off of them, so now I'm kind of introducing myself to the world of steampunk. Steampunk, for those of you who don't know, is a subgenre of science fiction and fantasy featuring advanced machines and other technology based on steam power of the 19th century and taking place in a recognizable historical period or fantasy world. It's also a subculture inspired by this literary and film genre, and can be seen in fashions and gadgets. Some steampunk works you may know: Leviathan by Scott Westerfeld, Airborne by Kenneth Opel, and Disney's Treasure Planet. K.W. Jeter, the author of Morlock Night, has been hailed the founder of steampunk. He actually coined the phrase steampunk back in 1987. That was the year I was born. Wow. And he was kind of the springboard for the whole movement. I love this story mostly because it's a continuation of the story told by H.G. Wells in The Time Machine, and K.W. Jeter just kind of takes it to a whole different level. The story was really gritty and dark and had the whole essence of steampunk. I like how K.W. Jeter actually pulled the character from H.G. Wells' classic story and made him into this amazing, very, very in-depth character. And the whole story, even though it was written in the 1970s, the 70s? What? I don't think that's right. Yep. Oh, yes, it is right. Oh, yes, it is. It still had this really classic feel to it. So Jeter used language that maybe H.G. Wells would use or Jules Verne would use, and I really, really enjoyed that. The only thing I did not like about this book was the fact that this particular copy, which is printed by Angry Robot, had tons of typos. Gah, typos! I mean, there were periods where there should have been commas, there were lowercase when there should have been capital case, and it just, I don't know, I just wanted to go through the whole book and just red pen everything because that really gets to me. A question for the comments. What are you reading right now? Until next time, lovers of the printed word, I bid you farewell.